Restaurant owners in the city have been preparing for these new guidelines all week as they try to stay open but continue to keep the safety of their customers and their staff in mind.
41 Action News reporter Dan Cohen joins us live this morning after talking to local business leaders. So Dan, how are they feeling with the new restrictions in place as of midnight this morning?
Ray and Lindsay, I would say they're cautiously optimistic about moving ahead with these new restrictions that, as you said, started today. I spoke to the owner of Q39, and he said it's been a constant process of reimagining the inside of his business. He has completely redone the dining room, and he's also re-engineered their to-go setup as well. Adjacent to the kitchen, that to-go setup has assumed an assembly line type setup for efficient delivery to customers. He says some of these changes might stay in the future whenever restrictions are lifted.
So the changes that we made in to-go, reorganizing and put tables and build booths and all the glass, that's going to remain the same. So as we pick up in the dining room, we're going to continue to do what we did. All the investments we did to make sure we take care of the customer, we're going to continue. Even with the vaccine, we're still going to make sure we take care of the customer. So going through this really hard time, at the end, we'll be a better restaurant than we were a year ago.
Rob also told us that their to-go business has really ramped up over the last few months, and they're ready for a busy Thanksgiving holiday. And Ray and Lindsay, he said that because some folks don't always prefer the traditional turkey dinner. Some like to get barbecue for the holiday.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, in Kansas City, absolutely right. Dan, let's talk about to-go business for a minute. A lot of people, if they're not comfortable eating inside a restaurant, they want to support local with takeout. How has that been for Q39 since the start of the pandemic?
Rob told us that the to-go business has doubled since the pandemic started, but it hasn't quite made up for the losses inside the dining room. He told us that year to year, his business is down 35%. That's a significant loss, and we know other restaurants in our area are dealing with the same. So even though to-go is doing extremely well for Q39, it still hasn't quite made up for that 35% year-to-year loss since the start of the pandemic back in the spring.
Good reminder, if you can support local tonight and get some takeout, go for it.
Yes, absolutely. Dan, thank you.